eCapitol News Director Sean Ashley joined me to discuss stories this week at the Capitol. Sean, as we reported earlier, the Senate has passed a bill to fund completion of the American Indian Cultural Center and Museum. How is that bill looking in the House?
Well, that's where it appears it may run into some problems. House Speaker Jeff Hickman, speaking to reporters on Thursday, said there's a lack of support for that bill among the Republican caucus in the House. However, the Democratic caucus has come out in support of it. It appears, however, that really what they're looking for is majority Republican support, and it seems like that may be very hard to come by.
Why are House Republicans taking that position?
Well, as several members, including Senator Clark Jolly, pointed out when the bill was considered in the Senate, they look at that $40 million and they see a variety of other ways which it could be spent. Some have suggested that it could be used for pay raises, for example, for individuals like at the Department of Public Safety and Corrections. Others have suggested perhaps it could be used to support certain government programs. In the end, someone's going to have to try to win support for that, or it simply may not be heard. At the same time, Speaker Hickman has pointed out that he does have a proposal that could take that to a vote of the people to provide some sort of funding for the center.
There were two very different votes on the extension of the movie rebate program.
That's right. On Monday, that proposal failed in the House of Representatives, but it was brought back on Tuesday and it passed. A number of people have expressed a variety of points of opposition to the bill. Some say they simply would not like to see money going to out-of-state companies that produce films in Oklahoma, although the bulk of that money does stay within the state of Oklahoma. Others have expressed concern about some of the movies that are being produced and receive that rebate. The bill did pass the House on Tuesday after failing on Monday. A similar credit has passed the Senate. In the end, they will have to reconcile both versions of those bills, and we'll probably end up seeing something maybe not exactly the same program we have now, but something similar by the end of the session in May.
There was a development this week on the limits of emergency contraception.
That's right. A little more than a week ago, Senator Robert Standridge from Norman attempted to pass a bill which would have limited access to that product to women under the age of 17. They would have to have a prescription. However, Democratic Senators Sean Burridge and Constance Johnson pointed out that someone under the age of 17 who was a male would be able to get the product without a prescription. Now, you may ask, why would they even do that? They might be buying it for their wife or their girlfriend. The bill was amended on Wednesday to include both men and women under the age of 17, and the bill did pass the Senate and now goes to the House.
And one of the bills that failed this week concerned riding in the back of a pickup truck.
Yeah, surely almost everyone in Oklahoma has done that at one point or another. And Senator Earl Garrison, a Democrat from Muskogee, brought this to the attention of the Senate. He said it was the request of a constituent who unfortunately lost two children who fell out of the back of a pickup. Put simply, the bill would ban riding in the back of a pickup. It did not pass the Senate after questions were asked about those limitations. Would it apply to just you or I riding half a block down the street? Or would it apply to, for example, to hunters who were traveling from one field to another and maybe crossing or going a short distance down a county road? The bill failed. Earl Garrison filed a notice to reconsider. So he has until Wednesday of this next week to try to win passage of that bill again on the Senate floor.
And next week is a deadline week. Very quickly, what do you expect to be the key items?
I think we'll see a large number of bills moving very quickly across both the House and the Senate floor. It's impossible to say what may generate debate, but it will be a very, very busy week at the legislature.
Sean Ashley, News Director at eCapitol, thank you as always.
You're very welcome.